Hey guys, what's up? Todd here. It is Friday, July 13th, 2018. I have not done a vlog in quite a while, um, but I'm back, back and fatter than ever. Um, well, not than ever, but I am heavier than I have been when doing these videos before. Um, And that's sort of why I decided to pick it back up. I sort of making a concerted effort to try to lose weight again. Um, it worked for a little while. So basically, in the month of March, I decided to, at the beginning of March, I tried starting to eat paleo. Um, I was pretty consistent with it for about a month. And during that month, the month of March, basically, it was a little bit after. So it was like, early March to early April. Lost about 10 pounds, which was pretty nice. Pretty good rate, really, for weight loss. And maybe the next month, sort of April into May, still lost weight, but it slowed down. But not really due to a fault with the diet, but due to a fault in my compliance with the diet. So that, I can't blame paleo for my lack of compliance. I mean, any more than any other diet that I might not comply with. Um, and then since then, uh, basically my weight loss has leveled off and gained a few pounds back. So I'm still down about 10 pounds from where I started. Started around 295. After about 2 months, got down to 280. Now I'm back to about 285. So still down about 10 pounds. And I don't want to gain that all back again and again and again, as I have. So I really want to try to stick to this diet. I'm just having trouble with self-control, basically. Having the willpower to, not eat the heavily carb-laden processed food products that are ever present in my vicinity. Like, let's say people bring a bunch of food to work. It's hard to say, oh, well, I've got my own sort of paleo lunch I packed. You guys brought all this delicious food for the break room. I'm just gonna eat, my salad or my vegetables and chicken that I packed or whatever. So I just need to find within myself, but perhaps with some help from my friends, um, you know, because I apparently cannot, always find it within myself the power to stay on track with this diet. Also, my activity has changed a bit. I'm still staying fairly active, but my activity has definitely changed. During that first month that I was on the diet, I was also doing a lot more cardio and stuff in the gym, doing a lot of riding the stationary bike. I was really into Espresso. The one YMCA I go to has espresso bikes, which are, they have that sort of interactive, almost like a game like experience on the stationary bike. So I was really into that. But as it got warmer, I sort of switched back to my usual activity, which is more like mountain biking and a little bit of road biking, that sort of thing. And so I don't know if maybe I'm not burning as many calories. I feel like I'm still working pretty intensely. I have been focusing more on mountain bike skills. That is something I decided for myself this year. for the past 2 or 3 years, I've been more transitioning from where previously I really mostly focused on sort of road riding, or maybe you could say adventure touring type riding, um, you know, maybe some dirt or gravel occasionally. But I had like a sort of adventure type bike, a Salsa Fargo, which is still my favorite bike. Um, but I started riding it the past couple of years more on mountain bike trails, and discovered I really liked doing that more so than I say, like road riding. um, it keeps me entertained more, uh, partially, I think, is the deal. So this year, I decided I really wanted to focus on becoming better at mountain biking. And part of that was, I thought, and to some extent maybe it worked, that would help me with the weight loss, because I would think, hey, I need to um, lose weight, not only for my health, which is extremely important to me, something I do fret about occasionally, um, but also, if you weigh 40 pounds less, that is 40 pounds less that you have to huck around on a mountain bike, right? Um, so yeah, that's been part of my focus. But I've also been doing some online skills coaching, receiving online skills coaching for mountain biking, and I've really enjoyed it. It's sort of amazing to me how much work it can be to just work on a skill sometimes. Like the physical endurance, or physical energy it takes to do so. Um, though also it's really hot out, so that's also part of why I'm sweating, I imagine. It's been a very, very hot spring and summer here. Um, but I, get out on my bike. Let's say I'm practicing the last, for a couple months now. I've been really working on track stands, which is where you balance in roughly one spot. I mean, there's usually some forward and backwards motion, but you try to keep it minimal. Balancing in one spot on a bike. I didn't think that this was possible for me at first. Like, I really didn't think, oh, I'll never get this. I have not an athletic bone in my body, so this is just never going to work. And I've actually gotten somewhat proficient. I mean, I'm no expert. I'm not a Martin Ashton out there balancing on top of like the edge of a, fence. I'm definitely no Ryan Leach balancing on a chain on like, these are things I maybe are not possible for me, but I have found that things I did not think were possible are possible. I can balance. I can work on my balance and get better at balancing on a bike, such that I've actually been able to accomplish a few times now a minute or longer track stand. That's pretty cool. That makes me happy. um, so now I'm working on trying to just make them smoother. Smaller motion, more minute balancing motion. Also working on variations. Then I'm going to start working on another skill. And it's all part of sort of progression via the Ryan Leach. Ryan Leach was a pro trials rider for Norco Performance Bicycles. And he has his own online training sort of thing. And I've found it very useful. I really enjoy it so far. I'd recommend it to anybody who wants to better their mountain biking skills. But anyway, yeah, doing track stands now. Next step is working on hops, I think. After that, working on just other balance skills. That's the class I'm taking at the moment. Pardon me. It's baseline balance skills for mountain bikers. It's the second class I've taken. the first one is called the Flat Pedal Challenge. Even though I was already a flat pedal guy, it was still good to really hone in on some of the skills one needs to be good at using flat pedals. So, and that did teach me some things. I ended up doing some small hops, or some people call them English bunny hops, where both wheels leave the ground and come back at the same time. Did some small hops. Just by accident, basically, because I was working on some of the skills in the flat pedal challenge. So that's another thing I didn't think I could do. I've tried so many times to hop on my bike and have never just accomplished it at all. So yeah, it's really exciting to improve at something. I've always liked learning, as you probably know if you know me. So but I've mostly been a very cerebral type person. Sort of always doubted my ability as an athlete. So it's really cool that I am actually learning some new athletic skills. That also means I'm wanting to do some more in the gym that can help me accomplish these goals. So I've been sort of asking around, what can I do to improve my hopping ability? Obviously, losing weight is going to be really helpful. But on top of that, there's, what exercises? Pretty much everyone says do box jumps. So I might need to either go back to a gym that has plyo boxes, or I need to construct some. Some people said deadlifts are really good. I think I've also heard people say doing broad jump is really good to help just work on sort of explosiveness. I've never been explosive. Like, even back when I did weightlifting more, like in high school when I was a shot putter, I might have been, at certain ages, one of the strongest upper body of the guys that I was doing shot put with. And as far as I could bench the most and that stuff. But when it came to explosiveness, I didn't have it at all. You could put me in a whatever you call it, hammer machine or whatever, that's all about sort of you explode up and out, with your arms and legs. I was not very good at that. And it also showed in my shot putting ability. I might have had, if you looked at my lifting numbers, there were guys I was much stronger than, but I was a really shitty shot putter because I could not explode out of a position. I always moved slowly. So, I don't know why. I don't know if it has to do with my muscle composition or just the fact that I never trained my muscles the right way to develop explosiveness. But I want to try to make myself more explosive. So I think I just have to train. Maybe my overall potential is not that high. My innate potential at this skill might not be that high. But that doesn't mean I can't better myself and approach more closely to my innate potential. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about in regards to fitness and weight loss this week. I'm going to try to check in once a week. I will keep people updated on my weight and my compliance with the paleo diet. Next week, so this video is already running longer than I usually run them, so next week I'll try to sort of explain why I chose that diet. Yeah, I'll try to check in weekly and keep everybody updated. So, thanks for tuning in. If you enjoy watching these, subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, comment. If you like the video, leave a like, thumbs up below. And yeah, God bless you, and I will see you in a week. Thanks. Bye.